What are some words or phrases that you're simply sick of hearing these days? In these difficult times, unprecedented times, uncertain times, trying times, now more than ever, we're in this together. Bullshit. This has never been more of an example of every man for himself. Reddit. How do you Karen? Karen? What's the most Karen you've ever Karen? My teenage little sister started reading Karen stories these past few weeks, and now if we're out on a walker, she's telling me about someone from school. They're always such a Karen, OMFG. Like she clearly doesn't fully grasp what one is. And it's just made me so bored of the term now. Airy. Not everyone who mildly looks at you in passing in the street because you are in their line of sight is a Karen. STFU. I feel your annoyance op. We are all in this together. Thanks celebrity, I'm cured. Media headlines that say, slams anywhere in it. I always imagine the slams as like a celebrity deathmatch head bashed into a corner while yelling about whatever. Pelosi slams McConnell over budget. Quote. These blank times. These are confusing times. When politicians use the term folks to make them sound as if they can in any way relate. This has to be the product of some political think tank. It comes off to me as condescending. I've noticed the word being used most often in place of the word people by those on the left, like black folks or queer folks. Use of the term unprecedented. Yes, by now we all know this. It doesn't make you sound any more enlightened or you're planning any more informed. Say it louder for people in the back. Quote, I'm here for it. It's current year, and I can't believe people still don't agree with. Insert trendy opinion here. Quote, imagine having a different opinion than me. Quote, nobody, absolutely nobody, everybody, using this tired, lazy, and cringy meme format. Nobody is the single worst meme format that had ever existed that adds absolutely nothing to a meme and makes it worse. Moist TikTok terms like we stan, king, queen, I love that for you. Edit. Most asterisk although. Here in the UK moist also kinda means cringe wet. Raid Shadow Legends. I suppose I'll use this opportunity to talk about my sponsor. Hashtag DOLLARSHAVECLUB. Stay safe is sounding like thoughts and prayers to me lately. We're here for you from advertisers. That makes me think of love. It's what makes a Subaru a Subaru. What are you friggin' talking about? It's a car, at least for that brand. It makes sense. Subaru would not exist if not for certain women's love for other women. Simp and Karen is generic insults for men and women you don't like. Also, social distancing seems like a pretty unnecessary phrase. Simp has devolved into an insult for any guy who has done something nice for a woman, just like how incel has devolved to mean any guy who has done something mean to a woman. Thank you to our hero employees. Every ad these days from every company that pays shit wages and treats its employees like shit. None of the essential workers want your performative care. Give them pay and PPE and a safety net if they get sick. I'll start. I'm tired of clapback and spill the tea. Using ask as a noun. As in, that's a big ask. Also bums me the hell out. I hate the whole spill the tea thing. It's so annoying. People still commenting with this. I was today years old. It's not funny anymore. Any COVID-themed TV commercial. Other people have it worse. Quote, very few things piss me off more than when people try to make other people suffering the grief pain Olympics. I've had a therapist tell me this while I was in a homeless shelter. She was therapist that worked for the shelter, so we were required to see her. Whenever we'd vent, she'd point to the house across the street and be like, they could have it worse than you. The children in that house could be getting beaten. You don't know the issues other people have, and they can be much worse than yours. People calling the smallest thing iconic. No bitch, you just have a boring life. I am tired of hearing social distancing, stay home, COVID-19. flatten the curve. You can do side bends or sit-ups, but please don't lose that butt. Gaslighting. It's a very specific thing. That's terrible. But people are using it to describe behavior that's not even close. Just because someone disagrees with you, or lied to you, doesn't mean they're psychologically manipulating you into doubting your own sanity. Also, people can interpret situations differently. Or it's entirely possible someone could legit not remember something. I don't say this to make light of abusers, but there's this mindset nowadays that everyone who disagrees with you is abusive. And people now try to change situations to make people into abusers even if they aren't. I hate when people say it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Like, shut up, I just want a drink at noon. Fuck off. Especially people posting it now. We're in quarantine, bitch. Nobody cares if you're drinking wine at 11 a.m. monsieur. That nobody meme. Literally for things that aren't literal. Poor Chris Traeger. Adulting. Thankfully it seems to be dying already, but damn was it awful. Toxic. Wholesome. Pupper. Yikes. Ready for the hot words of 2K19 to upgrade and be done with it. Nowadays it's just used as a lazy way to communicate. Like, say what you mean. Don't be so vague. Toxic was mine too. Apparently everything is toxic these days. Problematic. Boys will be boys. No, that's an excuse for your child to be an asshole. Same for girls bullying or being catty. Raise your children to be decent human beings. Damn it. Welcome to the new normal. Just living the dream, please. Stop saying that. Living the dream is white people code for I want to die. This means I'm dead inside. Jet vaccines don't melt steel out us, monsieur. We're here for you. To take your money. Reach out. Nobody ever talks to anybody or asks anybody or contacts anybody. They reach out. No other phrase is ever used and the repetition is so annoying. It's just a stupid buzzword. Remember when we used to open dialogues? Oh, and boots on the ground. What? Are we going to throw boots around somewhere? They're troops, not boots. There's something disturbing about referring to people as inanimate objects. Dehumanizing people makes it easier to deal with when making the harder decisions. Specifically with troops, sending thousands of boots into a war zone is much easier to process than sending thousands of boys, men. Narcissistic, toxic, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Not all heroes wear capes. Everything will be alright. My depressive ass and me aren't alright, and my future employment has been destroyed. Asterisk, other people have it worse. Asterisk, your life is good. You have no reason to be sad. Asterisk, just go out there. I would be sad, too, if I stayed at home all day. Asterisk, we are worried about you. You know, this is really hard on us. Asterisk, did you try jogging? I read jogging for 20 minutes a day helps with depression. Asterisk, I think you need a girlfriend. Asterisk, you should start eating meat again. Or similar. Asterisk, if you stay at home all day, at least be productive. Asterisk, I know you're not feeling well, but please try to at least smile a little. It helps. Asterisk, try to see the good things in life. Oh, I fucking hate these. No, it doesn't help. And while I appreciate the concern, your effort is wasted saying things like that. Up next, the COVID virus, what you need to know. Problematic. Toxic. Reddit learned that word 2 years ago and never shut up. Return to normal. Normal was nosediving. We need to move forward in a new direction. I know I'm far from the only person thinking this, but I still despair at how rarely I hear it. If things go back to how they were before, that would be terrifying and extremely disappointing. Shit as it is. We need to make some serious changes. And this whole situation offers an opportunity. Sadly, I'm pretty sure things will just go back to normal and we're going to continue rushing blindly into genuinely apocalyptic times that make this little virus shot seem like a holiday. President Trump. Social distancing, or quarantine. It gets better. For a lot of people it does not. Unprecedented, uncharted territory, trying times, uncertainty. At the end of the day, You're not alone. We're in this together. Hoax. Martial law asterisk. Asterisk yes. I spelled martial law incorrectly on purpose, because that's how I keep seeing people write it, and it makes me sick. Oof. It's just a bad flu. Everything happens for a reason. Some pretty fricked up things happen to people, and you should never tell them everything happens for a reason, because it seriously is one of the worst things you could say. The word empowering, or empowered, especially in the context of like makeup and other trivial things. Simp. People are using it now as there's no real effective way to counter it. Just like how the term incel was incorrectly being used from its original meaning. Yeah, it was funny at first, but it's just used to shame men for being nice or speaking normal neutrally to women now. Someone called me a simp because a girl asked if I thought she was a thought and I said no. How is that even being a simp? Simp. Totes. Make goats? The only answer. I hope post-COVID, if I felt sick, and was talking to someone about it, I would inevitably hear the phrase, yeah? There's something going around. We're experiencing what happens when something goes around, and I hope the bar is raised for that sort of rhetoric. My 48 hours stomach bug is not something going around. COVID is. Most people use it to describe pretty much any communicable disease. We already have a word for pandemics. I stan underscore underscore underscore. What does that mean? As in, stan the song by a mime monsieur meant as an unhealthy obsession with whatever you're stand for. I don't know who needs to hear this before every damn tweet. Here in the UK, I'm tired of the weekly clap for the NHS. I find it patronizing and condescending. The NHS is doing their job, and if anything, they deserve a raise and some time off. Going outside to clap once a week just makes you feel better about yourself. Like you did your part in the fight against COVID. It's cringe. Coronavirus. Holocow is where it's at. I still like Kung Flu. It is what it is. I'm Finna. What? Finna has been around for at least 20 years. In the grand scheme it's these days, but it's not that recent. Finna has been around longer than that. It's a lazy way of saying fixin' to. As in, I'm fixin' to go to the store. People down south, black and white, use that expression. You, Karen, boomer. If you can't handle me at worst, you don't deserve me at my best, my friend a couple years ago always screamed YEET when he walked into the room for no reason at all. It's so annoying and there's no point nor reason to say it. It is what it is. God, I hate that saying. I can't defend my policy, but it is what it is. The new normal. Even before COVID, it's always been another way of saying, one step closer to apocalypse. Transparent. It's like every single manager I have ever had has been brainwashed into using this word. I cringe when they use it, like it's a filler word and none of them actually know what it means or how to act. Bomboclot on random-ass tweets. Now this one I have never seen. I'd ask for an explanation or example, but I don't want to push you over the edge. I'll take full responsibility of that. What is bomboclot? It's the Jamaican slang equivalent to a strong expletive like fuck. At least that's how it was explained to me by the Jamaican dudes at my work. It means menstrual pads that's used to express disgust. Fake news. Quarantine and hydroxychloroquine. Overrated. Every time I see someone call something popular overrated, it comes across as someone trying to show off how smart and or cultured they are. But usually they come across as a bitter jackass who just wants to ruin stuff for people who like it. Staying apart together. When people call something that is slightly larger than normal an absolute unit. Quote dot. No it fucking isn't. Also, stop typing I'm screaming when you probably just nodded to yourself in agreement before sharing on FB and adding I feel so attacked right now. In Korea, heart surgeon number 1. Describing someone as toxic. Just about to comment this. Man, now I have toxic stuck in my head. which is okay. It's a pretty good song. Thank you so much for watching and have a good day.